Let's talk about Target closing some of its stores. Attorney Sheila, aka Ms. Legalista, or I guess it's Ms. Legalista, aka Attorney Sheila. Let's take a look at this press release that they put out about the stores that they're closing. I have not had a chance to look at it. And the interesting thing is that I've been talking a lot about how we're going to lose some of these jobs because of this move over to self service and away from assisted service retail. When you go into stores, you're starting to see a lot fewer cash registers open with cashiers there to assist you, and that a lot of these stores are already going to be focusing more on self service. Kroger, Walmart, Dollar General, I think all three of them have already said that they are piloting self service only stores. But I want to take a look at this press release, break it down, and see actually what they are talking about. I feel like a lot of it may have to do with guest safety. I did see that in the title. And I want us to be aware of what's going on here. Let's pull this up. Let me see if I can bring this up and we can go over this and see what's going on, see if we can understand why the move to close these stores. It says Target, look, this just came out a couple of days ago. Target closes select stores to prioritize team member and guest safety. So it sounds like this is an issue that has a lot to do with safety. So I'm going to go through here. We're going to read through this whole thing, make sure we got it. It says at Target, we take the decision to close stores very seriously. Well, of course they do, because you can't make money if you don't have stores that are open, right? At Target, we take the decision to close stores very seriously and only do so after taking meaningful steps to invest in the guest experience and improve business performance. With that said, we have made the difficult decision to close 9 Target stores across 4 states effective October 21st. In this case, we cannot continue operating these stores because theft and organized retail crime are threatening the safety of our team and guests and contributing to unsustainable business performance. We know that our stores serve an important role in their communities, but we can only be successful if the working and shopping environment is safe for all. Before making this decision, we invested heavily in strategies to prevent and stop theft and organized retail crime in our stores, such as adding more security team members, using third party guard services, and implementing theft deterrent tools across our business. Despite our efforts, unfortunately, we continue to face fundamental challenges to operating these stores safely and successfully. The team members at these stores have worked hard to maintain our high standards by creating a positive working and shopping experience for each other, our guests, and their communities. We are extremely thankful for their efforts and will be partnering closely with all eligible team members to offer them an opportunity to transfer to other Target locations. Well, that's good to know. It sounds like they've gone through and picked out which stores they're closing, and the ones that are going to be open, they're going to give employees the opportunity to transfer to those stores. But still, suppose the store that you worked at was one that was convenient to you, one that you were able to ride your bike to, or get on the bus and go to, or maybe you had somebody drop you off, or maybe it was close and you had other things you could do, like get your kids to school or daycare or something like that. So this may be, a big inconvenience to some people. Looking ahead, we remain committed to serving these guests with more than 150 locations open in markets where the closures are taking place and an always open experience at target.com. Okay, so now they go over our efforts to combat theft and organized retail crime. We will continue to combat theft and organized retail crime by making significant investments to keep our stores safe. These efforts include in our stores. These efforts include, okay, so first of all, in the stores, payroll investments in additional security team members, using third-party guard services, and implementing theft deterrent tools across our business. Okay, they had already said that. On a limited basis, implementing tools such as locking cases for merchandise categories that are prone to theft. And I think I was in there recently, and I can't even remember what I purchased, but I was surprised to have to get someone to unlock it. Investing time and resources in training our store leaders and security team members so they can protect themselves and de escalate potential safety issues associated with organized retail crime and incidents. In technology, making significant investments in cyber defense to combat retail theft, fraud, and abuse, partnering with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's Homeland Security Investigations Division to combat retail theft, applying our cyber capabilities to combat organized retail crime through a combination of advanced threat intelligence capabilities. I don't even know what that is, to track organized crime groups, tools, and services, developing custom tools that prevent and detect criminal activity and integrating them into online and in-store processes, expanding the scope of data alerts and analysis to better capture fraudulent activity from organized crime groups. While we would continue to make meaningful investments throughout our business, we cannot solve this issue on our own. In addition, we are taking a whole of community, government, and industry approach to seek solutions. This includes, okay, so in our communities, our outreach coordinator team connects guests experiencing hardship to community resources. That's a plus. Since launching in 2021, our outreach coordinator program has engaged over 5,700 meaningful guest interactions across 11 markets, delivered nearly 100 trainings, and hosted and partnered on more than 135 events. In coordination with government officials, lawmakers, and law enforcement, supporting the recent passage of the Informed Consumers Act, which gives marketplaces a larger role in combating the secondhand sale of stolen goods, advocating for the Combating Organized Retail Crime Act in Congress, which creates a task force of federal agencies to crack down on theft and organized retail crime, creating organized retail crime task forces at the state and local level to promote interagency efforts and cooperation, and then hosting store walks with members of Congress, legislators, city officials, DAs, enforcement, etc. And then it says they've got a National Store Walk Month, which is a new initiative. Where I guess they're working with DAs, they're partnering with some other agencies there. So let's go through and see which markets they're talking about closing. So they've got a Target store in New York. This is New York City market. And they said this is in Harlem. 96 stores will remain open. Then they've got a Seattle store, Seattle University Way. Looks like they've got 2 stores in Seattle that they're looking at closing. And then 22 stores will remain open, employing nearly 4,000 people. Let's see. And they talk about what they gave in the community, what they gave to local food banks, and how many volunteer hours they had contributed. Then in the San Francisco Oakland market, they've got 3 stores, it looks like, that they're closing. And then they'll still have another 32 stores open. In Portland, they have 3 stores that they're closing, and 15 will remain open. So look at that. So it's the Portland market with 3 stores, San Francisco, Oakland area with 3 stores, the Seattle market with 2 stores, and New York with 1 in Harlem. And so what I find interesting, I think, is the fact that they felt the need to put this press release out there to let people know why they were closing these stores. We've been seeing some issues in the media. We've been seeing some of the videos out there about some of the organized crime that's going on in some of these stores, and not just stores like Target, but more stores in other locations where these groups are just going in and robbing the stores. And if you work there, I can imagine that it would be very concerning to be working and just experience that sort of level of crime. It's one thing to have somebody come in and steal something, but it's another thing to feel like it's organized crime that's going on and that you're concerned about your life. But there are a lot of people every day across the country who work in positions where crime goes on like that. But this, I think, is very interesting that they decided they were actually going to put out a press release and list the stores, talk about what they had tried to do already to help with this, and then just basically say, you know what, we're done. It sounds like that's what they're saying. They're saying, we tried to do some things, but we just don't feel like our employees are going to be safe. And we don't feel like people from the community who might be coming in these stores to shop. Think about it. It's not just individuals. You have people who are coming in with babies, kids, people who are coming in who may have disabilities, and they're trying to navigate the store. And then you have this influx of criminal activity coming in. So it definitely makes sense that they would be concerned about what might happen to their guests if they're there when one of these interactions happens. In addition, they're concerned about their employees. And so it sounds like they've done everything that they're going to do, and they're saying, we give up, we're walking away at this point. And it's worth thinking about what they're walking away from and what the community misses at that point. Because like I said before, for the employees who work there, it might not be easy to wind up getting a job at another Target that's 15 miles away in a different direction. And from Target, it's, hey, I'm walking away from a long-term commercial lease that I may have signed. You've put all of this money into developing this store and being there. And so there's an investment that's being lost there on their end. And then from the government perspective, every store that shuts down, some of those sales may go to other stores. And so there may be, a negligible change in taxes there, but still there's an impact on the community as a whole. So this is a very complicated issue. There are a lot of moving parts to it, but the end, I think, takeaway with this is that they actually put out a press release saying, here is why we're closing our stores. And it's very concerning. I think it's something we all should be looking at here and trying to get a better understanding of what's going on and how we can work on these issues. But here you have it. You let me know if you're in any one of these places that has one of these stores that's going to be closing now, what you think about it, if you've ever been in one of these stores when something has happened. Because I actually remember watching a while back, there was a reporter who was in a store, and it wasn't Target. I don't think it was Target. She was actually in the store recording her story, talking about retail theft, and then theft happened right while she was on camera talking about these things or recording or whatever it was she was doing. But while she was there was theft going on behind her. So and it makes you wonder how she sort of felt at that time. Should I leave? Is something going to happen? I don't even know what to do because you're so caught off guard. But let me know what your thoughts are, how we get a handle on this, what we need to be doing, what you should do if you're an officer or if you're someone who has, special knowledge that you want to share about what people should do if they're caught in a situation where it's organized retail theft. And I think most people are going, I'm running for the door. I'm out. I'm taking my kids and we are gone. But it's definitely something to think about because it appears that this may be on the rise in some parts of the country. So hopefully that brings you up to speed about what is going on with Target closing these stores. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe. Peace.